We've had a quite incredible day here in Lincolnshire. It's finished Boston United 0, Altrincham 1, and the two men who've masterminded Altrincham's promotion to the National League, Phil Parkinson and Neil Sorvel, are with me. Phil, first of all, very, very tense afternoon, but I think over 90 minutes, deserved winners.
Yeah, it was extremely tense, wasn't it? First half, we probably weren't at our best, but competed really well, stayed in the game. Second half, I felt we come out much more positive, created the opportunity, albeit a mistake by their keeper, but an opportunity for us to score that goal. And Dan Mooney was in the right place at the right time to do that.
I thought Boston did a good job on us in the first half and closed us down really well. There was always going to be a question mark as to whether they could keep that up for 90 minutes, and I don't think ultimately they could.
No, it's very difficult to do that, isn't it? They obviously came with a game plan to press us high, which we kind of knew they would do, and it was important that we were able to play through. I'll be honest, we weren't. We had to drop it in behind the midfield press. So, from our point of view, it wasn't the way we wanted it to go. But the most important thing is we've come away from home again, and we're able to stay in the game and give ourselves an opportunity against a very strong team to go on and win it. And we were able to do that, and we created that opportunity in the second half and got that valuable goal.
Neil, in the first half, it was a game of few chances, not too many chances in the first half at all. Boston had a couple of decent opportunities, but neither keeper was really tested hardly throughout the 90 minutes.
No, look, playoff games usually tight. I think it's been unusual this season, hasn't it? There's been quite a few goals in a number of the games, particularly in our games, and obviously the 5-3 game here last year. You know, if you look back to last year, most of the games were won on penalties, so you know going into a playoff final, it's going to be tight. And yeah, they restricted us pretty well first half, and then I think probably they shaded it in terms of the opportunities he had in the territory, definitely in the first half. I felt we found our feet second half and did a lot better.
And we found our feet within the first minute. We took the game to Boston right from the word go. There was a couple of there was a good break down the right hand side, a shot from Simon Richmond, which didn't really cause a problem, but I think it set the tempo for the second half, and right from that moment we never lost our grip on the game, I don't think.
Yeah, it's just about us generating some momentum. I think, you know, we spoke to him at half time, weren't particularly impressed with the performance in terms of how we were playing at that point. We thought we lacked a little bit of composure, and we had a little bit more time and space than we thought. Felt we were rushing things and maybe not keeping the ball as well as we're capable of. We started to see more of that in the second half, and that's potentially led us to create some openings and some more opportunities. And then I think once we'd gone in front, I think we managed the game pretty well from a defensive point of view. I don't think there was too many scares in and around our box.
And the goal itself, it was a disaster for Peter Crook, but lots of credit for Dan Mooney for being there, because lots of people would have just given that ball up.
Well, yeah, I was joking with Sorves on the sideline. I think he turned away with most of the other players as well, but Dan stayed focused and he took his opportunity. I think he's obviously done his research. I think, unfortunately for the keeper, I think he's done something like that before, and Dan's obviously been aware of that and picked up on it. And those are the fine margins in a final, and fair play to him, because it was a really difficult afternoon for both of our wingers. They weren't given much change out of the fullbacks, and fortunately for us, they were able to get that goal.
And it's a team effort, but I've got to pick out two young players. I thought Toby Malarkey was outstanding throughout, and Josh Lundstrom, you know, when we weren't playing that well in the first half, I thought he was the man that was giving it everything and controlling that midfield.
Yeah, I felt they were all giving it everything, and you're right to pick them out because they are young players as well. I mean, hopefully Josh has got a fantastic league career ahead of him, and if Toby keeps doing what he's doing, unfortunately for us, then he won't be here much longer. So, but that's what we did with James Jones as well, didn't we? We helped to progress these young players on. We know we're not, I'll say Man United, I know he's a Liverpool fan, but we're not Man United. We know we're about trying to help these young lads progress, and hopefully they can see if they come here, they'll get well trained, and there'll be an opportunity to play in a good footballing team where they could hopefully progress. But we don't want to stop and stand still now. We don't want to be associated as a bit of a yo-yo club, because obviously we've done this before, haven't we, as a football club. We certainly want to establish ourselves at the league, but we know it's going to be really difficult. We're going to have to improve in every area of what we do on and off the pitch. And we want to give it our best effort when we're in the league above.
And it's been all about progression since you joined the club back in 2017. First club to win the Evo Stick, having been relegated from the National League North in that season. Then we made the playoffs last season, semi-finals. We progressed already by today because we made it to the final, but winning was so important. But it's a fantastic jump for the club when you consider where we were back in April, May 2017.
It is. I mean, I remember coming in, and it was absolutely fantastic during pre-season, and I don't think we both realised how difficult it would be until that first Stafford game where it didn't go our way, even though we thought we'd played well. I think the fans certainly let us know that they weren't happy with losing a game at the NPL, and certainly give us a kick up the backside to know that we need to do a little bit better. But I'd like to think we've never let them down. The players have certainly never let us down. The fans always get behind us, so I think we've changed that sort of culture here, that belief in what we do, and hopefully that can continue.
And Neil, today's not really the time to sort of think about the National League, but it's a massive step up for any club, so it's going to be a massive challenge when it comes, but really exciting possibilities.
Yeah, you know, as a management team, as a player, as a coach, you know, you want to manage, coach, play at the highest level possible. So it's the next progression for us, and a massive challenge, but it's the next step up, and you know, we'll go and attack it how we've attacked the other two divisions since we've been in here, and go and try and win games, as many as we can.
And the playoffs, it's been described as the most expensive lottery tickets going, but each of the clubs has invested a lot of money, and we were one of those clubs. We had a 1 in 6 chance technically, and we've come through 3 very tough rounds. It's a phenomenal achievement.
Yeah, look, full credit to the league for getting it on, and looking at our club, everyone behind the scenes who's allowed it to happen, all the hard work that's been put in place, all the donations from the fans, from the crowdfunders has been incredible. Obviously, we didn't think it would happen, to be honest. At certain points, you know, you were hearing certain rumours throughout the months. Obviously, we've finished in a playoff position, so you want to have the opportunity to do it as a management team and as a group of players. And thankfully we've got it on, and that's been fully justified. But full credit to this group of players. They've come back in great condition. With the programmes they've had to do during the lockdown period, that's enabled us to get into the football pretty quick and get the conditioning, the football conditioning back into them, and they've been a credit. You know, they've come in an extra day a week, so full credit to them. They've got what they deserved.
Let's leave the last word to Phil. Phil, tonight I'm sure it's going to be a massive celebration. A bit strange because we're in lockdown again in Manchester, so not quite sure how that one's going to work out, but I'm sure we're going to make the most of it.
We certainly are, Bri. Just want to thank everyone for all the support, all their efforts over this period and since we've been here, and we'll continue doing what we've always done and give everything to give you guys what you want and what you deserve, which is a great football team and something to be extremely proud of. So we're ready to go.
That's it. The season has finished. Altrincham are back in the National League. Boston United 0, Altrincham 1. It's been a fantastic day here at the Jakeman Stadium.